He stepped in front of flying arrows to save the alien queen. The reward was worth every scar without commas. Here it is. The battlefield was a chaos of noise and fury. The air was thick with smoke and the scent of burning wood. Warriors from both sides clashed with ferocious intensity, but one man stood out among the rest. His name was Kael, and he was a human soldier who had been fighting alongside the alien alliance for months now. Kael was not like the others. He was quieter and more thoughtful, but when the moment came to act, he never hesitated. On this day, the enemy had launched a surprise attack on the camp where the alien queen resided. The queen was a towering figure with shimmering blue skin and eyes that glowed faintly in the dim light. Her presence commanded respect and awe among her people, and even among the humans who fought by her side. But now she was in grave danger. Enemy archers had taken positions on the ridge and were firing volleys of arrows toward the queen and her guards. Kael was nearby when he saw the deadly rain of arrows heading straight for the queen. Without a second thought, he lunged forward, raising his shield high to block the arrows. The first arrow struck the edge of his shield with a sharp clang. The next one pierced the leather of his armor, grazing his shoulder and sending a burning pain through his body. He gritted his teeth and took a step further forward, placing himself directly between the queen and the oncoming projectiles. The queen froze for a moment, watching the human soldier risk his life for her. Her guards tried to move forward to protect him, but Kael waved him back with a determined look. He was not about to let anyone else take his place. More arrows flew through the air, some striking his shield, others embedding themselves in the ground near his feet. One arrow managed to slip past his defense, grazing his side, but he refused to fall. He gripped his sword tightly and looked up toward the ridge where the enemy archers were positioned. The battle raged on around them, but Kael remained focused on the queen and the danger she faced. Suddenly, an enemy warrior broke through the lines, charging toward the queen with a spear raised high. Kael reacted instantly. He threw himself at the attacker, tackling him to ground and wrestling the spear away. The queen watched in amazement as this lone human soldier defied death to keep her safe. When the enemy archers finally ran out of arrows, the tide of the battle began to turn. The alien warriors rallied behind Kael and pushed back the invaders. The queen was quickly escorted to safety, and Kael was helped to a nearby tent where healers began treating his wounds. Despite the pain and exhaustion, Kael smiled faintly. He had done what he came here to do. Days later, the queen herself came to visit Kael. Her blue eyes held a warmth and gratitude that moved him deeply. She knelt beside his bed and placed her hand gently on his. Her touch was cool but comforting. "You saved my life, Kael," she said softly. "Not many would have the courage to step in front of flying arrows for someone else. Your bravery will be remembered by my people forever." Kael looked down at his scars and then back up at the queen. "I only did what was right," he replied humbly. "I did not expect anything in return." The queen smiled. "You deserve more than words. When you are well enough, you will come with me to my palace. There is something I wish to give you." Curiosity and hope filled Kael's heart as he imagined what the queen might offer. Was it treasure or honor? Perhaps a place among her council? He had fought hard and endured pain, but nothing could prepare him for what came next. Weeks later, Kael arrived at the queen's palace, a magnificent structure that shimmered like crystal under the twin suns. The queen greeted him with open arms and led him to a chamber filled with light and life. There in the center stood a young alien girl, no older than 5. Her eyes sparkled like hers, but there was something human about her too. "This is my daughter," the queen said. "She has your blood in her veins. She is the future of our alliance." Kael was stunned speechless. The queen explained that during their alliance a bond had formed between her and Kael stronger than either had realized. The daughter was a symbol of hope, unity, and the promise of a new era where humans and aliens could live and thrive together. "You saved me, and in doing so you gave life to a new beginning," the queen whispered. "The reward for your scars is this child, and the legacy you share. Kael knelt down beside the girl and felt a warmth spread through him unlike any battle honor or medal could provide. He had stepped in front of flying arrows to save a queen, and in return, he had gained a family of purpose and a future worth fighting for. The scars on his body would fade with time, but the story of his bravery and the life he helped bring into the world would live on forever. And every time he looked at the girl, he would remember that some rewards were worth every scar.